don't look like...
Are they? Strap?
Oh, no.
Like the Birkenstock Bostons, they're like slip-on.
They're strapless, they're slip-on.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a bit bad. It's kind of bagless.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Sherlock's Team podcast with me, Charlotte Collins. This week I'm joined by Becky Hull, Sherri Andrew and Laura Black. Hi everyone.
Hello.
I took a bit of a break for the lurgy. This is day 11. I feel fine, but I'm still...
It took you down, didn't it?
It really took me down.
It's the worst.
You had this in Jan, didn't you?
We had it. I thought I'd escaped it, but Harry had it, and then I got it a week later. It's a long incubation period, and it knocked me for 6. And actually, the worst thing, which you were just talking about, was I had pain behind my eyes for days.
Oh, that's the worst.
And it's like when you're staring at a screen, it was just so... It was almost like I'd permanently got something in my eyes.
That is.
I was
like,
like, oh,
mine's
really
like
blocked.
my ears. Today actually is the first day I don't feel like I'm underwater.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can still hear it. You know, you feel nasal, like I sound super nasal. So
Do you
Yeah.
sometimes think that you get a cold and you think it's only going to be 3
Yes.
days, but they do go on.
This one
They
is
linger.
really,
Yeah.
And I never normally get a cough, and I've had like a proper chesty cough. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's really boring,
dear.
but that's
Back
why I
in
sound
health.
horrible.
Good old January.
Yeah.
Good.
Can I say, I've had the worst month. Honestly,
Aw.
I am so like not that touch wood. Thankfully, nothing terrible's happened. But I've honestly had just.
It's been a long
rubbish
one,
time.
hasn't
Yeah.
it? It's
Yeah.
been a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
have to
been a dark,
say,
cold one.
this has been my worst January.
Me too. Ever.
Yeah.
no.
Again,
By far.
nothing bad's happened. I've just found it hard.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
I'm
not good.
ready. Actually, when we just went out to get lunch, as I was walking back, I got a tiny bit of warmth on my face. And I was like,
Yeah.
Come on, savour it.
Yeah. I'm
That's
exactly the same. As, you're happy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm loving life.
Great.
Oh, because it's
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, January is depressing though, isn't it? It's
Well,
just
I
a
don't
bit
normally
like...
find it depressing, and I've just really struggled this
yeah,
time.
but
and
we're
I-
nearly in Feb.
We're nearly
Feb's
there.
short, then you're in March.
Yeah.
And
No,
spring's
no,
here.
and I'm so happy with February. I've got some lovely plans. That's totally fine. I just,
Yeah.
you know, when you need like a complete reset, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
today is the start of a new
New
year.
beginnings.
New beginnings for me.
New beginning.
Definitely.
How's everybody's weekends, Laura? What did you get up to?
I had a really nice weekend, actually. I had a bit of time on Friday just to myself, which was really nice, and I potted the shops for a little bit, which was really nice. Saw friends on Friday evening. Saturday, I went to my nephew's birthday party where it was one of those ones where they bring reptiles.
Oh.
And I don't know how I'm related to my sister when she provides things like that, but I hid in the kitchen when the tarantula came out.
Oh,
but
grim.
I did touch the snake.
Sorry.
Did you?
You touched the what?
Snake.
Oh,
What kind of snake was it?
Boa constrictor.
you see,
What, like a huge...
Huge.
Okay.
It went over my children's legs.
I couldn't. I don't
Wow.
mind spiders, but
No.
I can't get on with snakes.
Ditto.
I couldn't look at the tarantula. I had to say to the man, I know this sounds extreme, but please can you give me warning and
That's
I will go
fair.
and hide. I can't
Yeah.
see that.
But a
Can't
boa
look.
constrictor, I'd take the tarantula over a boa.
Oh,
I
my
would as well.
goodness.
It filled 2 hands.
No.
Is that
Is
a boa,
safe?
but a fat snake that like throbs like...
Oh, no! It is. It's the way they move.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
the way
it
they
is.
move. It's the lack of legs.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
that was a bit of fun on Saturday.
Ooh.
And then I went to the coast yesterday, which was really nice.
So does that give you the hit that you need? Like, I feel like I'm really craving like a beach.
Yeah.
Does that, it gives you that even in January?
It was like just a little teaser,
Yeah,
taster.
it's enough.
So good for the soul. I love it. Living in the
did you
city
go?
is such a nice escape. Just down to the Solent. It was really nice, and it was a couple of degrees warmer than it has been, so I'll
Yeah.
take that. It was bearable. It was
Yeah.
nice.
It's getting a little warmer. I don't want to
Yeah.
get too optimistic.
Yeah.
Lovely. Sherri, what about you? What did you get up to?
I had a really chilled weekend. I'm really enjoying Friday nights in, which I didn't think I would be that person. Because in my mind, I'm like, if you go, not necessarily out, but if you're like having dinner or you've got plans, it makes the weekend feel so much longer. Whereas now I'm like, it's just nice being at home on a Friday.
Yeah, because waking up on a Saturday a bit jaded, it's not the one.
No, agreed.
Yeah, exactly. My best friend got engaged last week, which is so exciting. She's like my first of my friends, as opposed to like my partner's friends, to get engaged.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
So we had like a girls' day on Saturday. We went to the champagne bar at Selfridges and went for dinner, and it was just so nice. I was like, you know what? Let's have a celebration.
Yeah.
We literally did about 50 toasts. We were like, let's toast.
this.
Yeah, honestly, toast the engagement. Let's toast to Selfridges. Honestly, we were like, okay, we're getting a bit far. But it was just so nice and
Cute.
so nice to have like some girly time.
What are
and
her wedding plans? Will it be this year?
next summer, I think. So they only got engaged a week ago, so I think they're still having some initial chats. But it's just so exciting, and I'm getting to be a bridesmaid.
Oh, congratulations!
So fun.
It's the best.
My first time, can you believe? First hen do, first bridesmaid.
Big year.
You have to organise.
I was going to say
This
she's
is
organising
it.
it. Amazing.
I think it'll be very chilled though, so
nice.
I'm ready for the task.
There's nothing like watching your like friends you really care about get married. It's the best thing.
It's the
Yeah,
happiest
it's so
time.
emotional. Yeah.
But yeah, exciting. So yeah, that's why I feel like Jan's been quite fun, because not fun, but like there's been some
Joyous.
nice bits of news. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was my weekend.
Becky, what have you been up to?
Well, we've been so busy this January. Like I think that's probably once I'm exhausted. But we had a friend's 30th this weekend. It is 30th. It's all about the 30th this year, and it was my friend who's moving to Australia, and we were on a boat in Paddington. It was the Lady A boat, and it went down to Camden and back. We've actually had it planned since December, but we kept having to cancel, and then we finally all got together. It was 8 of us, and you can take on your own food, your own wine, everything, and you just have like 2 hours jolly on the boat.
That's
on
a
the
really
Thames.
nice thing to do.
Yeah, it was nice.
Does
It
that
was
give
fun.
you the same hit that going to the sea gives you? That's what I need. I just need a bit of
Maybe a bit closer to home.
Yeah, it was just really nice to be out in fresh air with friends, and it's just something a bit different. You see
Lovely.
different areas
Yeah.
of London on your little canal boat.
That's so nice.
And other than that, nothing. But Harry and I finally ordered a sofa,
Woo!
which was
Yay.
big news for us. in our house.
Where
So,
did you order from?
we went to sofa.com.
Nice.
In
Can't go
the
wrong.
end, yeah, everyone was saying the same thing, that was a good one. To
What
Do you know
colour
which one
did you
you
go?
get?
We went for alabaster,
Okay.
Is that kind of a neutrally colour?
neutral,
I
yeah.
feel like that might be what I have.
Yeah, I've got also
Nice.
a neutral sofa.com one, but I think mine's more like a harvest wheat kind of
Oh,
situation.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Do you know what
though.
sofa you went for?
So it's the Bluebell shape.
Oh yeah, the bluebell is lovely.
That's
Yeah,
what
and
I've
we've
got.
got an
Lou's got the
L.
bluebell as well.
Oh,
it's very
good.
nice.
Sofa.
Yes.
Matching. But yeah, we've got an L-shaped one. But it was just a nice weekend of kind of plans, but also organising things.
A new sofa's exciting.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
to be under. It's
absolutely.
a bit like
Yeah, so
new
great.
carpets.
Oh.
Yeah. Has anyone been watching anything good?
I have actually.
Go on, Becky.
Yeah, I was watching on Amazon a show called Three Pines with Alfred Molina in. He's starring in the main role as a detective, and it's based on the books by Louise Penny, and it's a thriller.
Of course.
Shock. Here she comes.
She loves a thriller.
And he basically goes to an indigenous community in their town, and that is actually quite a central story. You find out that there's a lot of secrets and webs and lies of some murders that have gone on there, and that runs throughout the whole series. But then each episode is also a different crime that's happening within the town, but that's very much in the background and comes to a really big conclusion at
Sounds
the
really
end.
good.
It's really good, and the end was so shocking. I'm hoping they're going to do a second series, but it's good. Different characters each week as well, so it keeps it quite fresh, and it's set within this beautiful scenery in Canada. So yeah, it's
Great.
really good.
Who's
Yeah.
that main guy? Alfred what?
Alfred Molina.
Was he in
He
No.
was in Chocolat. Do you remember him in
Oh,
Chocolat?
yes.
And he's the one that like, stuffs his face with chocolate in the window.
Oh yeah, him.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
But he has been in quite a few things.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. He's been in Spider-Man. He played the baddie in Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I say a few
Okay,
things.
whatever.
But he's
niche CV, but sure.
but he's really good in it, and it's just been something a bit different.
Sounds really good. Sorry, remind us what it's called.
It's called Three Pines, and
Three
it's on
Pines.
Amazon, and each episode's an hour.
Great.
And
Love
I've
that.
restarted Happy Valley because
That's on my
That's
list.
coming up.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
can't. The WhatsApps are just driving me insane
Yeah.
that I'm
Yeah.
not part of it.
And I feel like, basically, you know, I'm quite snobby about an ITV drama.
Yeah,
So
me too.
normally I'd be like, "Pff, no.
That's
when-
what I said.
Really, when
It's
people talk about
BBC.
like
I said,
Marcella,
is it
and
a
I'm
bit silent witness? And everybody goes, no.
No,
Yeah,
people
it is
really
BBC.
rate it.
Yeah,
it's
apparently
BBC.
amazing.
So I
Is it
saw-
BBC?
Yeah, yeah, it's on
sorry,
iPlayer,
I need
yeah.
to simmer down.
I
Okay.
saw the first series years ago when it came out, but I've actually rewatched the whole thing because I
Okay.
really think it's
Can
so
you watch
good.
per series?
No,
Could
I
I
think you
pick
have
up
to-
the?
I
Do you
think you have to go
the
back,
history?
don't you?
I think you need, the
Okay.
first series is good, and actually having seen it and then watched it again, it's brilliant.
You've watched it, Sherri?
I started it last night
right.
actually.
Oh,
I'm
great.
one episode in, but I'm already like I'm hooked
So you've started from the beginning.
from the beginning. I haven't
Okay.
seen any of it,
Right.
so yeah.
I think that's
Keep us
next on my
posted.
Yeah,
list.
because
Yeah,
everyone's
me too.
talking about it, so I do.
Exactly.
I don't like, you know,
Not
you
being
guys are talking
involved.
about Succession.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen it.
No,
I
neither.
like being in the chat,
Me
not to
too.
be left out.
So, Sherri, I like being in the chat too, which is why last weekend I watched all of White Lotus.
Oh,
Sorry. No?
oh, I loved
You watched
it.
the whole lot in a weekend.
Yeah. I've been ill. I've been very ill. I've done
yeah.
not very much.
1 and 2.
No, sorry, I didn't watch season 1. I just watched season 2. I had started season 1 originally. Like, I don't think you need to.
That you can pick up and
Some people are like, oh, you didn't get the background, but no one has said that season 1 was that good.
No,
Season 2. I think so. Obviously, the point is that someone dies. That's not a spoiler. I know who dies because it was quite well publicized. So maybe that's like takes away from the enjoyment a little bit. But I just really didn't like. It was fun. That was kind of it.
Have you watched The Traitors yet?
No. I feel like I need a lot of time to dedicate to The Traitors.
Everyone's obsessed with. I haven't seen it either.
No, but everybody really raves about it. So,
Definitely.
But I wonder if the White Lotus was just too high. You know, when everyone's like, "This is the best thing ever."
That stops me wanting to watch it.
Do you know
Really
what though?
yeah, well.
I loved the first series.
Did you?
Do you remember? I remember talking about it on a podcast, and everyone was like, "Really? I loved it."
You were an OG fan.
I was an OG fan. But actually, I preferred the second series.
Yeah. No, that's what everybody says.
Yeah.
It was very beautiful. And look, it was fun. Like, I had fun.
Yeah.
But it felt a bit like homework. Like, it felt a bit like...
You needed to tick it off.
Yeah. I wasn't that impressed with the ending. Like, the way the person dies, I was like, oh, we've watched all of this for that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's my takeaway.
Fair enough. Yeah. It is black comedy, and
I start with Happy Valley first.
Yeah. You might need to lie down after Happy Valley. Then.
Truly.
Sherri, other than Happy Valley last night, anything you've been watching?
So I'm doing a thing where I'm giving it like half an episode, and if I'm not hooked, then
good.
I have to, time is precious when it comes to TV. I don't want to like watch a whole series. I'm like,
they really challenge you on that.
Was great.
I just think there are so many series that are slow burners.
I agree. I have no time for this. I don't like a slow burner.
I think you'll miss the zeitgeisty things as someone who likes to be
Yeah.
like Severance,
Yeah.
which honestly was the best thing I watched last year. The first 3 episodes, I was like, "Come on, love, hurry up!" But it was so good.
See, I was quite hooked from like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe your barrier for entry.
Yeah, true. It was probably quite low. So I started watching The Last of Us, which is on Now TV. And again, I gave it half an episode, and I was so scared. It's based off a really famous video game, and it's in a dystopian drama. So it's set 20 years ago, so that would have been like 2002. And they're in a pandemic. And I was like, oh, this is a bit too close to home. But the pandemic it's so much worse than COVID. They are in a fungal pandemic.
Oh, God.
Yeah, honestly, it was quite gross. It's very graphic, and it's about this one family, and the first episode, so they have to escape from their town in America, and everything's been shut down. It's disaster, war zone. People are going to die. And my boyfriend was literally like, oh my God, this is so good. And I was like, turn this off. This is way too much. Yeah.
Oh really? So you don't want to?
So I thought it was a bit too much for me, but I spoke to Heather and she absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was saying that the third episode, so there's only 2 episodes out now, and the third one comes out this week. And she was saying apparently it's been like tipped to be one of the best TV episodes ever of all time.
Oh my God, that gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I should dive back in.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to watch it through.
Yeah.
Hands.
Yeah.
Is it hot? Is it like gory, or is it just tense?
Both. Yeah. It's a bit gory, but it's more horror.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds a bit fun.
But I have a very low threshold with horror.
Yeah, me too.
So maybe for your average
jumpy.
person, it's not that scary.
I'm like pathetic, like Disney films.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it's good so far.
Okay.
Just brace yourself if you're going to watch it.
A daytime watch, perhaps, not a pre-bed watch.
Definitely,
Creepy.
What's your best episode of TV? Like, you know that like everybody's got those series that they've binged, and you're like, that episode is like one of the best episodes I've ever seen of anything. Like, do you have those that spring to mind? Because I've got like banked versions of those in my head.
That's quite a big question.
Like, are there any Grey's fans here?
No.
I've not seen it.
Grey's. There's a plane crash in Grey's. There's a shooter, like a hostage situation. Like in One Tree Hill, there's a hostage situation. Like the shooting in One Tree Hill, the shooting in Grey's, like those episodes are like
the big
etched
ones,
into my mind forever.
Oh God,
yeah.
you really retain
It's going to sound
retain
quite
it.
bad
I'm
at
quite like
remembering.
in out.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine are lowbrow. Mine's like when Max Branning died in EastEnders.
Massive.
Fell off the roof.
When he fell off the roof.
Oh,
Big.
no,
was epic.
Not Max, Bradley. It was Bradley.
Oh,
His son.
Bradley.
Yeah.
Who's Bradley?
The son. Max is the
Max
dad.
is the dad.
Yeah, I know who Max Branning is.
Yeah.
The
His
Strictly
son.
guy, but I thought Max fell off the roof.
Because his son had an affair with Stacey.
Exactly.
No.
Max had
Max had an affair with Stacey.
Oh yes.
He was married to the blonde woman. And they had the 2 daughters,
Sharon.
Lauren and
Yes.
Sharon.
No.
Gosh,
Tanya.
That's it, Tanya.
We've got a really senders fan here.
Whoa,
She loves
digging
it.
back the
Yeah.
memory.
That's
And like
mine.
when Kat said
You ain't my mother.
Yeah, those things.
That's what sticks in. Yeah.
That and when Den. Do you know what? I think this is before I was born, but when Den gave Angie the divorce papers on Christmas Day, I feel like those are the two iconic.
Really
EastEnders
iconic.
moments.
Yeah. God, it was good when you watched that every evening, wasn't it?
I know.
Yeah, every Christmas it was an absolute zinger.
People must still watch it.
Yeah,
Yes.
We had this conversation, didn't we? And Georgina said, "Does she still watch it?"
I think she said that she watches the Christmas special.
She
really
really
gets
through
into
the year.
that. Yeah.
Georgie watched it for until after it was appropriate to be watching it.
Really?
Yeah,
I dip in and out.
Do you really?
Because I'm an EastEnder myself. I feel like it's close to my.
Okay, fair. You can
my
relate.
roots.
Yeah.
But in terms of actual series, I can't think of episodes at all.
Really?
Yeah.
They really stay with me. There's like some Chuck and Blair moments too. Like I really I retain those. Like,
Yes.
deeply attached. Laura, have you been watching anything?
I have just watched the Litvinenko program on ITV. Have you seen it? It's a
No.
traumatization of the poisoning of Alexander Litvinenko, with David Tennant playing him, who is, I thought he was brilliant. And some of the images that you see, I can't believe that it's an actor, not him. It's wild.
Oh, wow.
But it's only 4 parts, but it's really well done. And oh my God, it's scary, particularly in the day and age we're living in of what is possible. And the fact that this guy called out his own murder to the police while he was still alive is just...
Yeah, that's the trailer.
Nuts.
The trailer's like, I want to report a murder and it's mine.
yes,
Because obviously when
yeah,
he was dying.
yeah.
Like, yeah. Ooh.
What channel was that?
ITV.
Like depressing, upsetting, interesting.
I found it really interesting. It's upsetting from the wife's point of view because she's kind of left with it to deal with, but it's terrifying.
And well, what was he again? Was he like
He
what's
was
his relation?
a spy,
right? I mean, I suppose it's difficult, isn't it? Like if you sign up to life with a spy, you sort of maybe assume that inevitably.
Something.
Yeah,
might
he
happen,
knew.
yeah.
He knew as
Yeah,
soon
if
as
you
he
be-
had one symptom what it was.
Can you imagine
So
that?
scary.
The immediate, that be your immediate thought process the second
Like,
you get
that's
a
it,
bad
I've been
symptom.
poisoned, yeah.
But also the people that were medically dealing with him, they didn't know if it would affect
Yeah.
them because they didn't believe him at first. They didn't think that it
right.
was,
And also, because they could be radioactive or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
terrifying.
scary.
Scary, really. That gives me chills.
Yeah.
That's-
It's very good.
Okay, noted. So I've been watching. Well, again, I binged season 4 of Fauda, which I talked about on the show last week. It is an Israeli series on Netflix, and it follows on quite nicely from that because it is about a really elite combat unit in the Israeli army, and the guy who wrote it he stars in it, he's a producer, but he came from a unit like that, and they're basically an undercover unit, so they kind of infiltrate lots of terrible places and do kind of unthinkable things. And so the first 3 seasons, it's been awesome. Like, it's the best show. I can't recommend it enough. Like, they're obviously, they're in this country and that country, and it's just a really good, gritty, on edge of your seat spy drama. It was just season 4, and it was so much of it concentrated this season on what you were just talking about, the perspective of their other halves and kind of what life is like for them. And there's a moment where they all have to go into hiding because their addresses have been found out, and it's like, it's just so wild that some people's lives are actually like that. Like, we're so removed from the realities
really
of
good.
It's so good. I can't recommend it enough.
You say it's Netflix?
Netflix, Fauda, Fauda. Don't watch it dubbed. Watch it with subtitles.
I've not heard of
Okay.
this.
No.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's so good, honestly. Like, so season 1 in particular,
Right.
is so good.
Sounds good.
Other thing I've been watching is something called Shrinking, which dropped onto Apple TV on Friday. There's only been 2 episodes of 9 so far, but it is a new black comedy written by and starring Jason Segel from Forgetting Sarah Marshall and How I Met Your Mother and Bad Teacher and all those other things. And Harrison Ford is also in it. And Jason Segel plays a therapist whose wife passed away a year ago. He is sort of, when you first meet him in the first episode, kind of coming out of the fog of the grief of her death. He's got a teenage daughter. He's got a very supportive ensemble cast of friendly neighbours and people he works with. Harrison Ford is another therapist kind of in his practice, and it is about him deciding to say fuck it and giving his patients honest advice and telling them what he really thinks rather than just kind of what he's supposed to say, what he's supposed to do as a therapist. Anyway, so it's about, so far the therapy bit is the smaller part and the bigger part is him going through his life and kind of, as I say, coming out of this,
Grief.
this terrible period of his life. So that's the black part, but then the comedy is the series itself. Like it's really funny. And Ben and I watched the first 2 episodes. The third comes out this Friday, so when this podcast goes live, and I've noticed that we laughed and cried in those first 2, which I feel like is always like quite a measure
good balance as well.
Exactly. So that's Shrinking on Apple TV, and great, enjoyed it. It's something like, it's a bit of light relief with weight to it.
I might watch that. That sounds good for me.
Really good.
Yes.
Love Harrison Ford as well.
I mean, honestly, Renaissance. That's brilliant. And he plays this like exactly what you'd hope, like a proper kind of curmudgeon, like this kind of grumpy old therapist who's being teased for not drinking from a big water bottle, and like all. I don't know. He's just really good in it. It's really they have a lovely relationship, and it's worth a watch. Sherri, you brought something along to chat about.
Yes. So this was in The Guardian a few days ago, and it is a dating piece about dating green flags. So as opposed to red flags, things obviously to, keep your eyes peeled for. Green flags are good things to look out for, which I think is such a nice way to frame it. Optimistic, yeah, because. Well, yes. Anyway, so
there's a lot of red flags. The thing is, once you start picking that thread on the red flags, it's like most things are a red flag. So quite nice to focus on
the positives.
Definitely, it's a bit like icks, which
exactly.
people I think can get very specific with.
Very specific,
which is hilarious to be fair. So some of the green flags in this piece are: they compliment you, they're keen to impress, they have good breath.
These are just the opposite of red flags. Like bad breath is a red flag. So,
what are some of the more specific ones?
I feel like that's quite early on.
Yeah, exactly. I love my husband. He's got good breath.
That's true.
But I suppose flags are for early on.
True.
They stay off their phone, so it should be on silent in a pocket or a bag, not on the table.
On like the first few days.
I think this is when you're exactly early days.
I agree. No, you don't agree.
I don't know. It wouldn't bother me if
I'd be so unimpressed.
If he picked up a phone. I don't mind it being on the
I was
table,
about to
but I wouldn't want
say,
him looking at it.
Yeah, maybe if he picked up a phone, but I wouldn't mind it on the table.
I don't know. I would. I find that really rude.
I would too.
Like,
really
just
rude?
like in your bag, unless you've got an emergency coming.
I think it's fair to say like my boss might call, so I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna leave my phone there, but I wouldn't just like put it down on a first date.
Also, Guy quite often carries it in his pocket, so they quite often just get it out and just pop it down.
But then they should put it face down.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry, if they said my boss might call, I'm on a date, I'd already be like, okay, you're not for me. Sorry.
Sherri's accent.
Have her and farewell.
I'm going to stop calling you late at night, Sherri. Sorry.
Another green flag is they talk positively about their friends and family.
Sure.
But that can also be too much. If they're constantly going on about a family, to me, that's a red flag.
I don't give a shit about your family.
I don't care how much you love your mum.
They're witty about being mean. There's nothing worse than someone who's like
too derogatory.
Yes, exactly. It's like we're not at school anymore.
So say that again. Witty about being mean.
Witty without being mean.
Witty. Sorry. Yes. Good. I thought you meant that it was like funny how they were mean.
Thought, No. Refuses to dress sexily in the gym.
Wait.
Honestly, sorry. Some of these are so random.
Well, sorry. No. Because presumably. Hang on, that is so sexist. Sorry. So presumably this is a genderless list, and that's basically saying. Presumably that's for women because I think it's quite hard for men to dress sexy in the gym.
Yeah.
Okay, really short shorts.
But is it like a woman should be able to wear? Sorry, but okay, fine. Well, they could, but that's not sexy. If you saw a man in really short shorts and a tight top, we wouldn't be like, "Whoa."
But I know what you
mean. I reckon women would. Like, think of Love Island.
The men.
Yeah, if they're working out without their top on, I reckon the girls
okay, topless, I agree with. But my point is more that I think that implies that it's like a girl in really short shorts and a crop top.
Is it like,
true?
Yeah, and that's
not a red flag.
Yeah.
I just think that's really quite random in a list of things to talk about.
Yeah, I think this is the journalist.
This is really
personal
random.
list.
Yeah, I agree. Because the other one is
they
put the lid back on the toothpaste. Again, I don't think that's a green flag. That's just basic.
I think because
that's
again, these are just
what happens on a date, though.
Well,
like
Laura,
well, this is the going the distance.
So innocent.
That's a 10th date kind of thing.
Been married too long. But
hang on. Also, I just think these are the opposite of red flags because I agree. It's not green flag. It's not like claps for putting the lid back on, but equally, I'd be quite unimpressed if someone just left the lid out.
Yeah,
agreed.
Oh, so yeah, I do know what you mean.
I feel like there are a few steps we could get to before we're getting on to toothpaste lids. That's like married territory to me.
Yeah,
It isn't.
Some people have sleepovers before they're married.
I know, but like then surely putting the lid on the toothpaste is not like such a priority.
No, but then I do think that is like an early, that's the point about flags, right? That they're like early warning signs. So if you've just had a first sleepover with someone and they do leave the toothpaste. You had a first bang with someone and
telling me I'm
innocent. And they leave the toothpaste. I've also been married a very long time. And they take the toothpaste lid off and they didn't put it back on. Red flag. Classic.
Really?
Classic. Messy.
Yeah.
Scatty.
I think everyone's are quite specific. Like my number one thing, when I used to go on lots of dates back in, I was going to say in my youth, this wasn't even that long ago. in my youth, when I was younger. My number one thing would be, do they have really nice friends? And do they have friends that are women if you're dating a man? Because I think that's really important.
I think these are sensible.
Yeah, that is sensible.
My husband has no female friends, never has done.
Really?
Never, no.
Harry's got a lot of female friends.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've actually never known, obviously, I've not known any different anyway. I've been with him since I was 14, but yeah.
But is it that you've got the same crowd of friends because you're at school together? No, he's got separate female friends.
Separate female.
I don't have that many male. I never have. I did growing up like with everybody, and I've got two that have stuck around, but they also are both single and have been single the whole time that I've been with Ben. So, or for the most part. So, I feel like that will eventually change when they both settle down as well.
Yeah.
But I've got I don't know.
It's
a fine line.
You got Ed's got
Ed's got more than I do.
Males. Yeah, me too. Same as me.
Interesting. I've always just been a
Wait, was that a green or red flag?
That was my green flag.
That was her personal.
No, that was my green flag. That different friends and like from like different
a good mix
walks of life as well.
I'm not sure you date Ben. He's got like 4 friends and they're all from school. He is not your kind of guy.
I'm sure you're quite pleased about that.
Yeah, it works for me. Becky, what are your green flags?
Oh, I really hate loud chewing.
Is red for sure.
I really hate like a loud chewer.
Slurper.
Loud anything.
What's the difference between an ick and a red flag?
So I don't know why I'm the date. Yes, I'm the expert. So I think a red flag is something, as you said, that like is a warning sign early on that I think a lot of people, if you really like someone, you could put that to the side, like noted, but it's not a deal breaker. For me, an ick is something that is really so embarrassing you cannot unsee it, and then you'll put off for them. That's it.
Or it's just. Well, no, because I think speaking as a married person, you can definitely get icks about the person you're married to, but you have to live with them. Like, I think there are levels of ick. But I think an ick is something like, what was it?
What I just said, chewing
loudly.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a red flag is more like they were mean to their mum.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like a personality trait rather than like a thing you do.
Yeah, true. But I do think when you're in early stages
chewing
of dating,
loudly, I still struggle with.
Yeah.
Bad
I
table
don't
manners,
think I could get bad table manners.
Being late as well. I really hate lateness.
Unacceptable.
I don't know why.
Unacceptable.
For those listening, Becky is motioning very sternly.
I tell you what, I don't like lateness.
That's rude. That's very rude.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Rude.
That's a red flag.
Laura, red flags?
I think it's the chewing. Somebody that's not very clean as well.
Oh, grim.
Big red flag.
Dirty nails.
Yeah.
Long nails.
Long nails.
Long
nails.
Nails. Yeah,
Grim.
it's not for me.
I read something recently and I thought this was so true. I so abide by this about people, and because you can have these with friendships, obviously, can't you? You can have red flags with people that come into your life, whether it's romantic or not. And somebody said if somebody has look at the length of someone's friendships. If somebody has retained friends versus if they bounce from people to people, like obviously that's a red flag, and that is so true. You know, you meet people and you can have like what were we talking about recently, like new friendships, and it's so much fun, and you get so it was off the back of a podcast, and you know you get like infatuated with a new friend, but then yes, those red flags you have to look out for are things like do they have long-term friends?
Yeah, too much too soon.
Agreed.
Definitely. My friend went on a date recently and she sent our group chat the most specific list of like red flags and green flags, so it was quite balanced,
right?
But they were very, very specific. Such as he was wearing a white t-shirt and it had a small bit of dust on the neck.
Oh wow.
Okay. That's it. Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay.
That seems a bit mean.
Yeah, I was like, oh. And then this was really strange. He was wearing a chain, but the chain was held together with a paper clip.
Oh no, that's a no. He's out. He's out.
I mean, like, that's quite niche. Like
very niche, very niche.
Was she sure that wasn't the design of it? Like maybe he purchased it with a safety pin on it.
No, I think that was his makeshift.
Right, it
yeah,
broke.
Keeping it together.
Maybe
No.
just ditch the chain.
I think it's time to ditch the chain. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I tell you, one of mine is when people don't ask you questions back.
Yeah.
that's just so
find
rude.
that
I just
so
find that
extraordinary.
happens so
Yeah,
frequently.
more and more as I get
cannot
older
believe
as well.
Like, people out there, if
Yeah.
you're listening and you don't, I find so frequently I'm in a completely one-sided conversation where no one asks me anything. And I know I talk a lot. And maybe if you're someone who can carry a conversation by yourself, people don't ask you things back. But it's fucking exhausting.
It's
rude.
Yeah.
No
Oh my
one
God.
asks me anything.
Yeah.
We
so
have a
rude.
game, my husband and I, with somebody that we know, and the game is, did he ask you a question? It's so rude.
It's so
because I
rude.
almost get anxiety when I see them, because I'm like, what's in my bag? Like,
Yes.
how am I going to continue the conversation? Because more often than not, I'm left with him.
Just asking
Well,
questions.
he gallivants
But
off
isn't
and
it
has enough of
funny?
time with the wife.
It is such a common thing now.
Yeah.
It's to the point where when someone does ask me a question, I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't got my answers ready.
Why
Definitely.
have people fallen out of the art of asking
It's
questions?
so...
It's weird.
Life is so much more interesting if you learn about other people's. You can always find something interesting
So
about
great.
somebody.
So
I agree.
great.
So I just think like your life will only be richer
For
for asking questions, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you might
more
learn
for
something
you.
interesting from me.
True. Yeah.
I've got a lot to give, so more
Challenge
for
me.
you.
And similarly to that is people that talk over you.
Yeah.
Like if you're talking and then they're just cut in and you're like, okay, well, I was
No,
just
I'll
telling
just
my
be quiet.
I was just telling my big story.
Very rude. Yeah.
That is the
You're
worst.
lost.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Sherri, anything else from the list?
They own decent utensils.
I can get on board with that.
I was about to say, I
Yeah.
feel like Laura could get on board
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
I
An
wondered
old
what the...
skanky utensil is not the one for me.
This is
Yeah.
so nuanced, though. Like, okay, would I want to date somebody who owns, like, one wooden spoon and no other utensils? Probably not. But, like, do they have to have, like, a full Le Creuset set? Like, how intense are we going? Like, do they need to have, like, an egg washer? Or, like,
No, but is
where are
it
we drawing
like
the line?
is it like one blunt knife for everything and one dirty wooden spoon?
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
But, like, do they need a ladle? Probably not.
No.
I suppose it'd be good to see the basics in that kitchen, you know?
Like, Sainsbury's cellar set. It's not that
Yeah.
hard, is it?
True,
Get yourself a
true.
spatula.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
It just screams unorganised.
Can they cook?
Can they cook?
Yeah.
Cooking is a benefit. It's definitely a
Yeah.
plus.
Well, I think that's what it reflects, really, doesn't it?
I think it
If you-
reflects, like, it's a bit like cleanliness.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
don't even have to be able to cook just to have some basics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, another one. A last one perhaps. They don't run for trains. That's a green flag because apparently that's an instant ick. Wait for the
Yeah, I
next
can
one.
get that. It's
I-
a bit lazy. Like, come on, let's go.
No, that's
No, they're
opposite.
saying they shouldn't run for trains.
You shouldn't run for
Yeah.
trains.
Oh no.
Wait for the next one.
I think it really depends. If,
No. Life is busy.
yeah, but I think it depends if you're talking tube or if you're talking like Southwest Rail. Southwest Rail, if you're not running for that train, you're waiting 35 minutes. So
True.
you are
Yeah,
stupid not
okay,
to.
yeah.
But nothing makes me more angry than when
Getting
you're
bolshy.
when you get to the you get to the beginning of a tunnel and you
Yeah.
can see that the tube's there and people push us. I'm like, it's the Victoria Line, love.
Yeah.
They come every minute.
Every minute,
Yeah.
Once every minute.
Chill
Did you
out.
need to, yeah.
Yeah.
And I find it really annoying. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
red flag.
Yeah, that's a
agree.
gross thing now.
It's really
agree.
gross.
It's
That gives me the
gross.
ick about
Oh,
all
and then
people.
if you see someone running for a train or a bus and then they don't get it and then they just stood there.
Oh,
Oh no!
why
No,
is that
no,
so
no.
unsexy? It's so
embarrassing.
unsexy. Okay, thanks, Sherri.
No
Great,
probs.
that's provided lots of entertainment. Okay, I've got something also from The Guardian, which will be a surprise to no one. The headline is "Cocktails in Comfort: Why Homeware is the New Staying In Staple." This says, forget your old university sweatshirts and saggy leggings. Post-pandemic, there's a whole new category of clothing emerging, specifically created for wearing inside rather than outside the house. I mean, the point is, things like, obviously, a bit of Olivia von Hal has shown up in here. I don't actually agree these are for inside, not outside the house, because as we know,
Yeah,
I fast and rules with the laws of dressing. But Laura, I thought we could give a little shout out to your footwear today, because
Oh,
I think
yeah.
this fits right in.
Ooh,
So cozy.
Sorry, I didn't
Cozy.
see them.
Yeah, these are from Russell and Bromley, and I'm so pleased with them. My husband is horrified I'm wearing them out of the house, but I'm thrilled.
So I'm going to
Fluffy
describe them.
clog.
They are a pale grey suede clog, which are shearling lined and have a gold buckle.
But they're chunkier than a Birkenstock.
Yes. Well, they've
They're
got
really
a back.
nice.
They're not. It's not a.
Oh, I see.
It's
Well,
not
the
a
fluff
slip-on.
comes up.
Well,
They're not backless
they're not backless.
like Birkenstocks.
They don't look like.
There's
Are
no
they?
strap.
Oh no!
Like the Birkenstock Bostons, they're
Yeah,
like
They're
slip-on.
strapless. They're slip-on.
Yeah.
These are.
Whereas your ones, your whole foot is
so,
encased.
why are you struggling with this? But take it off. You can take it off a second. it is a bit, but it is kind of backless.
Thank you.
It's the way Laura went because because
They're so cozy.
the shape of it. The shape makes it look, when it's on your foot, it looks like it's encasing your doesn't it? It looks like it's encasing your
It does.
It's so cozy.
That was brilliant.
That's backless.
It turns out they're backless.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
As we were, they are extremely comfortable, and I would wear them. I am wearing them outside the house.
They are very chic and they
So
look very
cozy.
cozy. Are you cold or are they warm enough?
No, they're warm enough.
Oh, so
Yeah.
nice.
They look
So
lovely.
nice. I would
So
be scared.
cozy.
The only reason I wouldn't wear those out is just fear of like
Scuffing them. I did wear my trainers to the office.
That's what I would do. Anyway, as we know, big fan of wearing nightwear as daywear. This says it's all about the ethos of slowing down. There's a ritual around putting on comfortable clothes with beautiful fabrics just for inside. I just think, who's got the money?
Yeah, I agree.
So lovely, but it just feels a little bit out of touch to me because if you're going to spend anything like Olivia von Hal cash, well, you want people to see it.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
True.
I was really kindly gifted some Soho Home silk pyjamas, and they're very they are the kind of thing you would wear to bed. But I can't bear the thought of owning these expensive pyjamas and not taking them out. And they're fun, you know.
Yeah.
I would never wear them to bed. Actually, I'd go as far.
I also think the idea of sleeping in silk really gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Not for me. Yeah.
Oh, I think I could get on board with that.
Yeah.
And
I could,
they're fancy.
love that.
I wouldn't use that for loungewear.
Yeah.
But I think as well, if I'm at home and it's just me and my husband at home, I am quite like in my trackies
Same.
and my. If I have somebody coming and I want to be a little less, then I put on like something knitted. I think
I wouldn't put on
I wouldn't put on a
satin
big
pyjamas.
No, neither would I.
Or
That's
fluffy
They
ones.
need some heels and to be taken out.
Yeah.
Or it needs to be of like there's something almost like a bit weirdly sexual about wearing satin pajamas, like welcome someone into your home.
Yeah.
Like, I just
Agreed.
wouldn't- that's just like a weird vibe.
Here's my lace bra.
Yeah,
it's
really
it's
strange.
not a vibe.
People do always, obviously, you know, I wear pajamas a lot, and I get asked a lot, how do you wear them out? What do you do? I mean, to me, the beauty of them is that you don't have to do anything. Like you can literally. Wear them and go. Like I will wear them with trainers. If you're not comfortable doing that yet, you can add a heel, you can add an earring. Becky, have you worn your Soho Home ones yet?
I wore them to a Christmas dinner actually in December, and yeah, I got so many compliments on them because they are a really fun print.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wouldn't want to wear them to bed. But that aside, I also have the sleeper ones in black. You've got them as well, haven't you? In pink, or is it pink?
Yeah,
Laura's got the
yeah.
same.
And
Yeah.
I would only wear them to like a fancy thing. Like I could.
Have you got the fluffy ones?
Yeah, fluffy.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I don't know. I can't get on board with that in the sense that I wouldn't just flounce around.
Yeah,
Agreed.
you know you can undo the feathers on those.
Blew my mind.
yeah.
Sherri
Yeah.
told me at the
Otherwise,
Christmas
how
party.
do you wash them?
Didn't know.
But
Oh,
also,
that's why.
I would
Yeah.
because for me the feathers on the bottom's a bit too much when you're my height.
Yeah.
So I took the feathers off the bottom, but then I can wear them with flats as well.
And then also
And
you
you've still got a bit of extra around your wrists.
or slash you could wear a pink jumper with them. And,
Yeah, exactly.
like it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this really snazzy.
Yeah.
A bit like you're saying, Laura. Like when I'm at home, I also don't find silk pajamas comfortable enough. Like they obviously they are comfy, but that it's not like I want to be in like a hoodie and tracksuit.
Yeah, me
It's like
too.
I want to be
Yeah.
like snuggly.
Cozy.
Yeah,
Big cashmere socks.
yeah, like maybe in like July if I've had a shower, but even then probably not. I'm going to wear like a vest and shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not practical.
Very warm.
Practical, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you chill in, Sherri?
I chill in like gym leggings and a hoodie. Like I feel like a Nike hoodie.
I
is
even
so
love-
Yeah, see, I don't
yeah.
wear gym leggings. No.
Yeah,
Really?
that interests me.
Some people do love chilling in gym leggings, but I just.
Oh, I don't like the lycra feel.
No,
So-
like
Oh,
even
I
if
quite like
I've worn leggings on like a working from home
too, I'll
day,
change.
I would change
Yeah.
in the evening.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if I wore like
Interesting.
leggings to work,
Yeah.
I'd take them off and yeah.
I love a bit of voice show. Their loungewear is what I like to be in at
Yes.
home.
There's this Anine Bing sweatsuit, matching joggers and hood and sweatshirt, and you know when like you can't get something out of your brain,
Yeah.
it's like a navy ombre, and then it's got yellow writing on the back. And but the joggers have got a zip on the bottom, so they
Nice.
just do this like quite cool like
Over your
flared
trainer.
situation.
Ooh.
Yeah, really can't stop thinking about it.
Oh,
Really silly, expensive for a
For yeah.
for lounging.
Yeah.
for chilling. The final point of this article is talking about the Uggs, the slip-on Uggs with a sheepskin lining. It says they're in demand, as are insulated padded versions from the North Face. Have you seen those, by the way? The They're
boots.
like the puffer.
Boots.
There's boots, but there's also it's like the shape of those.
Oh, yeah.
They're quite something. On TikTok, Gen Z style, there's with thick socks from Uniqlo that says an aspirational lifestyle where one is so wealthy they can forgo outdoor clothing. I mean, guys, read the room, honestly.
Yeah,
but
that's embarrassing.
I do think there is these shoes are creeping their way into the office more and more and more. And I did laugh yesterday. Somebody that we know very kindly tagged. Somebody had asked her, an influencer had asked her about what to wear to the office, and they very kindly tagged a few of the Sherlock's team, and I was thinking, we take comfort to whole new levels in the office. I'm not sure we are pin-ups for what one can wear.
Monday's comfort day though.
I go either way.
So I feel like Monday's chill, Tuesday's
game day. Today though, I woke up. I think because I was ill, I was like, I have to be like Monday.
Yeah, I feel like Monday is so like internal meeting heavy.
Yeah, that you got to be comfy. I hear you.
Yeah,
I always prioritise comfort. I think it's the walking.
I think I was about to say when you've got a long commute, it's very difficult to.
Gotta be
honestly, so can I say I had these boots? Well, I said the last few. I've been saying I don't know all over broadcasting that I'm going to wear trainers instead of boots because or just trainers generally because I have to commute and it's so irritating. Anyway, I forgot. I went and had them recapped, but the guy very kindly stuck
an extra layer
on my on my foot. Can you see? There's like
extra solid.
I've only worn them about 5 times. Anyway, for those listening, I'm wearing knee-high Paris, Texas kitten heel boots, but they are so comfortable.
Yeah,
so
that's a good
height.
I have the Isabel Marant little black ankle ones, which again they're like you can traipse around all day and be really comfortable.
And be so fine, exactly.
But I think if you're wearing trainers on a comfort day, you need a more structured jacket.
Yeah.
There we go.
Noted.
Such a good jacket. It's such a good jacket.
Zara?
I know.
The Zara bomber that you will see everywhere in the Sherlock.
Can I say, I've got an editor's letter coming out on Wednesday, and I wrote in it when I wrote it on Friday. The whole, you're going to see a lot of the Zara bomber that we're all wearing. I only knew about like a third of the people who it came in today, and that was only because you, me, and Hodgel wanted it.
Can I just say that I have stalked this bomber since?
Well, you stalked a version of the bomber.
No, it is that one. It's that one.
No, but you wanted the crop one originally.
Oh, no, but the grey one.
I thought this was new.
No. This one came out in Europe pre-Christmas, and this is what I've been waiting for.
But what was the other one?
It came with the black shoulder pad one, which you say came out in Europe, but they didn't land in the UK.
For those listening, the Zara bomber.
Go.
Well, it's gone.
No, it was in grey this morning.
And actually, Sapna did a try on for that style and found them all in store. So go to store.
Go to store.
Yeah, anyway,
there you go.
They're wool blazers. They're very useful. I bought the cream. I'm going to wear it tomorrow. Anyway, should we ask some questions? Okay, somebody has asked what to wear for a Vegas wedding that's really fun but still grown up. I think if you're going to a wedding in Vegas, you have to... The first place you should look is Annie's Ibiza.
Oh, yeah, fun.
Something really out there, yeah.
Bright, colourful.
Yeah, sequins.
Fuck it. Like, there's no...
Yeah.
Well, whatever you like.
Yeah.
Becky, question. How can I thicken up premenstrual hair? Any advice for thickening hair? Any supplements that work?
I mean, I hear you because I hate how thin my hair has got, especially around the sides. I do think only so much works. I think hair gain as a supplement is one of the best I've tried. Viviscal is amazing, but I definitely think it stops working in comparison to hair gain.
Oh, okay. I've just brought Viviscal back into my life.
Yeah, it still works. I've just actually seen more long-term results. But I think more than anything, it's about taking care of your hair and its condition and using treatments like Olaplex. And whenever I speak to experts, they always say that really what you want to be doing is using the most professional hair care products you can. And though it's not going to help growth, it's going to help the appearance of your hair, which naturally makes it look a bit fuller and feel a bit healthier and stop it breaking from the shaft down. And that's kind of the best you can do.
I think as I used to always have the mentality of spending on my skincare and my makeup, and I'd always buy quite cheap shampoo, but turns out
and Olaplex has got a
shampoo
shampoo and conditioner, and it's so good.
Okay.
And actually, there's a whole thing now. We were talking about this morning that there is a movement towards putting the same ingredients on your skin as your hair, and really like taking care of it. So I kind of think focus on that more because it's more doable. But I really recommend hair gains.
Okay, good to know. Is it like if it's something that's really getting you down, is it worth seeing a trichologist? Like, is there stuff they can do?
Definitely. And also you can have things like injections into your scalp now. You can have certain things done which a trichologist will be able to advise you on, and they can set you kind of nutrition plans and things like that. So I think if it's really getting to you,
that's the next level.
That's the next.
Morning routines / non-negotiables. What is your non-negotiable in the morning if you had to pick one?
Does have breakfast count?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't have breakfast before I leave the house.
You know what? I can honestly say I've had a breakfast every single day as long as I can remember. And I've never ever skip it because I feel like I get quite low blood sugar sometimes. So I need to have something quite soon after I wake up. I used to have porridge with a bit of like nut butter in or some berries or something. So,
And does that sustain you through to lunch?
It definitely does, because I always used to have porridge, and I asked Tor, I always have porridge in the morning, but it doesn't really fill me up. I get hungry by like 11:30, and she always says add some fat to your breakfast, and then that will keep you fuller for longer. For example, just a spoonful of peanut butter or whatever nut butter you have. Honestly, game changer.
Makes such a difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably quite obvious. I didn't know that though. So yeah, having breakfast every single day. Honestly, if I could, I would have an elaborate 3-course, like a hotel buffet breakfast.
We all
Genuinely, yeah.
Yeah, I love breakfast.
Yeah. I'm the same, but I just have to bring it in because if I ate before I left the house, it would be too long between breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd have to 9 a.m. breakfast. Laura, non-negotiables?
Mine now is Simproof. Every single
Fist bump for Simproof. I'm on it. I love it.
Isn't it good?
I love it. Tastes like gut health.
It tastes like it's doing something good. And yesterday I was away this weekend, and so I didn't take it until the evening yesterday, and I just couldn't wait to get back and get it in me. And
do you think it's supposed to take it obviously before you eat anything? Do you think it's still effective to do it later in the day?
I am really religious about it. As soon as I wake up, I go downstairs.
Ditto. So
and actually it's quite good because it makes me get up and out. Because,
okay, so I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just do it.
Well, you're not
beforehand.
having breakfast until you get to the office.
Correct,
Whereas for me, I always have breakfast before I leave home.
Understood.
So I get up, go downstairs, have my Simproof, go and have my shower, and then come downstairs and have my breakfast.
Okay. It tastes
But you have to have it 10 minutes before you have anything else.
Oh, wow.
Do you have the mango and passion fruit one?
No, I'm pure and simple. I'm no flavour.
Oh, interesting.
I don't really like fruity things. So.
It doesn't taste fruity. It tastes like kombucha.
Oh, does
just
it?
I love it. I really love it.
If I was going to try a flavour,
Yeah.
I'd go for that. But I'm fine with the natural one.
Okay, nice. Not an advert. Just
No, it's just really good. And I am, what am I? I'm like 6 weeks
Yeah,
in.
you're quite far in, yeah.
And I haven't had a cold. So here we go.
Touch wood.
Touch
wood.
Becky, morning non-negotiables.
Well, I leave quite early, but my one thing is I really like having a morning shower. I'm a morning shower person. I know a lot of people are, but it is the one thing that's a bit non-negotiable because it just wakes me up.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I don't have a shower.
No, I'd feel like in a daze, I think, if I didn't.
That's me.
That was it. A shower.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can't really think. I'm out the door quickly after that.
Okay, Charlotte, what's yours?
It's become skincare, you know. Like I used to be literally like, did I even put moisturiser on? I don't know. Like in my early 20s, I can't even remember. But now I so enjoy it.
That's really nice, that feeling as well. You feel like you've had a bit of indulgence
Totally.
before your day starts.
Totally agree. All right, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks, everybody. And thank you for listening. If you have any feedback at all, please do email podcast@sheerluxe.com. Don't forget to look out for a question box on social every week. See you next time. Bye-bye.